protections against racial discrimination in redistricting. Spoiler alert, that future is over. It's just about as bad as expected. It was, after all, written by Sam Alito. We're going to quickly walk through the implications and potential fallout of the case with help from Mark Elias, chair of Elias Law Group and founder of Democracy Docket, and then we may add a few additional beats on the court's reasoning, such as it is. Welcome back to the show, Mark.
Well, I wish I was coming back under better circumstances, but I guess I'm glad to be back.
It's rarely the case in this line of work, but today is an especially bad one.
You know, Leah Littman is a judicial realist, and she was right.
Careful. That's t-shirts printing in 30 seconds is the sound you're hearing right now. But she indeed was right and will continue to be right. Anyway, Mark, super grateful that you're joining us on a day like this. Let's just quickly remind our listeners of the facts of Calais. They're pretty well known. The state of Louisiana drew districts that allowed black voters to select preferred candidates in 1 out of 6 districts, even though about 1/3 of Louisiana citizens are black. The map wasn't mathing unless districts were drawn to lock them out of power. Maybe ding, ding, ding.
Because courts said that map violated the Voting Rights Act, Louisiana was required to draw new districts that complied with the VRA. It did so. The districts gave minority voters opportunity to select another candidate, and that compliant map with 2 black opportunity districts was challenged as unconstitutional discrimination. And in Calais, Sam Alito said the Voting Rights Act, properly construed, did not require Louisiana to draw a new district because its initial map locking black voters out of political power was very legal, very cool, very demure, and very mindful.
So, okay, Mark, we are legal nerds, as are you, so we are definitely going to get into the court's reasoning, but this decision is also just super significant for our multiracial democracy, and kind of we wanted to start there with the question of impact. So can you talk about what effect the decision is going to have on maps, districting, and democracy in general?
Yeah, so first of all, this was as cynical a decision as the Supreme Court could possibly issue. I mean, to be honest with you, it would have been much more intellectually honest to just say Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act is unconstitutional under whatever theory of unconstitutional. The idea that the conservatives and the majority on this court are saying that they are properly construing Section 2 is literally them saying black voters can have districts as long as they vote for Republicans. That is essentially the whole. So what does this mean for democracy? It's a big setback, and we need to be honest about that. Like, you know, this was the gutting of the last piece of the Voting Rights Act doing more. And it was the provision that particularly was important because it applied nationwide. A point, I might add, that the Chief Justice himself made when he wrote the opinion striking down Section 5 of the Voting Rights Act in Shelby County. He said, don't worry, the Section 2 is still very vital, applies everywhere, don't worry.
And then he said, watch this. It's like...
So it's bad for a multiracial democracy. It's bad for democracy. Like, what has happened here is that in a